Goodbye update 14 and hello update 15. Let's talk about it. I'm Ruin and welcome to Vault Hunters episode 17. This update, we got many bug fixes as well as many changes, but today we'll be focusing only on the few that actually affect us. Our talents and new vault objective? When it comes to talents, we got them. And I'm not talking about my ability to die in vaults. Not that talent. Ones that we may be able to utilize with our current build. Pretty stoked about it. I mean, tell me in the comments, what feature you like most in update 15? My favorite thing that's been added is a new vault objective. Can you guess what got added? Bingo, you got it. No, I mean, like seriously, it's bingo vaults. They're in. I won't just feel old in my friend group, but I can brag about it to them online too. All jokes aside, this genuinely looks so fun, and I cannot wait to get into one of them. Now, with talents, to begin with, we did have a change in something that we have invested points into already. That being speed. The total levels you can invest into is now 2 compared to the 4 you could have before. My understanding is Iscal and the team felt, because of the need people felt to mainly go speed over possibly setting up a proper build for themselves, he felt it was a boring direction that was very overpowered. Honestly, I kind of agree with that statement. Very understandable. I mean, let's be real. I did it. I'm a direct example of that. And I feel the same way about it. It is kind of like a boring way out. I'm honestly tempted of getting rid of these 8 points because they could be easily spent anywhere else. And altogether, they also added 9 more talents with 4 redone masteries. Talents include Prime Amplification, which gives you increased area of effect while being above 80% health. Hunter's Instinct, which killing a mob grants a small chance of having their health cause your hunter senses to trigger, revealing all POIs in a radius around the killed mob. Purist, deal extra damage based on the amount of scrappy armor pieces you wear. Frenzy, gain plus 2.5% attack speed when killing a mob. This effect can stack and last for a duration of time. Bountiful Harvest, which gains an increased item quantity while being below 20% health. Treasure Seeker, gain increased item rarity while being below 20% health. Arcana, gain plus 20% mana regeneration when killing a mob. This effect can stack and last for a duration of time. Blazing, gain plus 2% movement speed when killing a mob. This effect can also stack and last for a duration of time. Lucky Momentum, gain plus 1% lucky hit chance when killing a mob. This effect can stack and last for a duration of time. Feel free to pause the video at each one of those just so you can read a little bit more about how much it costs for each level, as well as what each one does in terms of each of those levels. And personally, my preference for my current build is diving into both Frenzy and Arcana. Frenzy to build on attack speed from increased damage from days, which is up here. Pair those two up and man, it sounds like you can have something beautiful. And as well as Arcana to regen as much mana as possible while using Battle Cry, just to get those added stacks. And I mean, altogether you get that increased attack damage as well as the stun damage, or the extra damage to stun mobs, which is fantastic. This build honestly is going to be so freaking strong as we level and get more gear. And as well as the masteries, there are 4 new masteries that replace the masteries that focused on specific mobs. They still focus on specific mobs, but it's more of a mob type rather than specific mobs themselves. So for Horde Mastery, you get Soul Chance when killing a Horde type mob. Champion Mastery, increased damage against champions. Assassin Mastery, gain stun chance against assassin types. So this one is something that we're definitely going to want to go towards. Dungeon Mastery, which gain resistance against dungeon mobs. Honestly, 1 point in each of these sounds fantastic, which I honestly probably might do. Horde Mastery, I'm not too sure about because you already get a lot of soul shards. So especially if you're not spending them all that often, you should be having like quite a bit of them, especially if you're also deconstructing a lot of the vault items that you don't usually use. So personally, the main thing I really want to go for is Assassin Mastery, and then Champion Mastery and Dungeon Mastery. I might honestly put 2 in Assassin Mastery, maybe 2 in Champion Mastery, and 1 in Dungeon Mastery. Or possibly 2 in Dungeon Mastery, 2 in Assassin, and 1 in Champion Mastery. Something like that. But we'll get to it whenever we get to it. Although, with these skill points now being talked about and the speed not really being something I want to go towards, I think now is a perfect time to Use some regret orbs. I think I only need 2. Oh, I need 4 for each. And it's time to unlearn the speed. Like I said before, those points can be easily put into anything else. Like, for example, haste. I can use 3 of those points to max out my haste so that I can break spawners in village rooms a heck of a lot faster. I'm going to add 1 into days as well to bring up my increased damage to stun mobs to plus 50%. And with the last 5 points, I'm going to put 2 into Frenzy and 2 into Arcana. And the last one, but not least, I'm going to put into Ethereal, just so I can save a little bit more mana on my Javelin. That also helps with the stun chance. This build is going to be significantly better, and honestly, we can unlock speed later on. We can also get boots that have increased movement speed later on, so I'm not too stressed about not having speed at the moment. And if I really need it, I mean, I have Dash. Dash is going to be a very good proponent in this as well. And speaking of gear, we can have added chances to get gear with the new vault objective. Bingo vaults. Honestly, when that idea first came about, I'm pretty sure Iscal was playing MCC and talking about possibly adding in that vault. I said vault. that bingo objective into Vault Hunters and seeing how he could implement it in there. When I heard that, dude, I was so excited. I was like, that's honestly going to be fantastic. Like I said, I can be old in game just like I feel like it outside in the real world with all my friends, because I'm the best. And they never cease to remind me of that. I'm only 26. I'm only 26. Anyways, the bingo vaults, you get tasks in the vault and a 5x5 grid. As you complete each task, it marks off that task on a bingo card at the top of your screen. The more bingos that you get, the better the loot crate you get once completed. So, honestly, you want to kind of focus on trying to get as much as you can done and getting those tasks completed as fast as you can so you can get bonus reward. That better loot crate. Let's be real. Who wouldn't want that? Who doesn't want loot? Y'all all who raise your hands, yeah, put them down. That's not how this works. You want loot. Needless to say, I am stoked to try this out. This is why we're running one right now. This scale does recommend doing it after level 50, but I'm way too excited for it, so let's try it. So first, we need a Vault Crystal. And it is kind of expensive, but I think we could do it. We only have 5 emeralds. We got sticks, because Lord knows we gonna need them. Thank you, John. Oh, and we got exactly what we needed. That's 1 extra. Freaking fantastic. Now we need gunpowder. Ooh, and we have enough. There's the gunpowder. We need netherrack. Ooh, we have enough. There's that. What about leaves? I don't think we have enough. Does that work? Oh, that does work. These guys. Now we just need shears. And let's go steal some leaves from some trees in the distance. Here's hoping that's enough. I didn't mean to mark that, but I'm gonna leave this ugly looking tree. I'm sorry. Normally I would cut you down, but I'm way too lazy right now. And there it is. The Vault Crystal. I feel like they updated the way it looks. Looks a lot more vibrant on all the colors that it's changing into. I could be completely wrong about this, but I have a feeling they did change this. And second, we need the Seal of the Prophet, which we crafted earlier, so not too big of a deal. And lastly, we do need the Crystal Workbench. And luckily, I was able to buy one of these black chromatic steel ingots. Oh, and there's another one. Oh my lord. Oh, I've been AFK. There's another one. I'm just gonna And I don't mind if I do. And also, might as well grab the sword and let's try to maybe get something good out of it right away. Oh. I might have to. The 8% stun chance, though. Lower attack damage, but let's see. Increase. Ooh, the damage does increase. Attack damage is technically lower, but the attack speed is significantly faster. So I'm gonna have to replace that axe. Sorry, buddy. I'm gonna have to. Oh, I had a higher chance. Oh, wait, why did I choose that one? I wanted to go with tank over. I don't understand why I chose that. Whatever. But black chromatic steel ingot. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. I need a polished vault stone. I need 6 vault diamonds, right? Oh no, 4 vault diamonds. And then I need 3 essences. And voila, the crystal workbench. The most required item in this entire game. Most beneficial item in this entire game. Look at that block though. Look at how beautiful that looks. They did such a magnificent job with this. And now you have quite a few different items in here. The crystal workbench practically just allows you to modify your vault crystals. You no longer need to use anvils for it, whether it's putting on capstones that adds modifiers like Phoenix, Vault God Favors, or Avarice for the safe zone modifier. Seals to change the vault objectives like we are right now, or even adding specific mega rooms, catalysts, and augments. Makes it so much easier to make, the perfect vault. We just got to put the crystal right there. We can see all the stats here. And since we're putting in the bingo vault, which is from the Seal of the Prophet, see in the description it says used in the crystal workbench to set the objective to bingo. And you can see it right here as well. And I like the color it chose. That blue hue is kind of nice. Doesn't look bad. I've seen cars with this color on them, and I'm not gonna lie, they look pretty nice. I might have to do that on a future car of mine. Maybe even a truck that I'm possibly about to get. Anyways, that's completely beside the point. Let's craft the crystal, and bam, we now have a level 25 bingo vault. And it is placed. That is such a beautiful color. And I also wanted to make sure I had a bounty selected. But besides that, if you look at the top right of my screen right there, I actually have an unspent expertise point. Let's spend it. And I was going to go with something like Unbreakable, maybe even Bartering, or maybe even Artisan Station, which is a very good one to have early on. But I'm not going to lie, the bounty is where we're going to get so many items that we can kind of cater towards if we need anything specific. If it drops it from bounties, we can focus them. So having 2 bounties at a time is going to be helpful. So I already have one, which is just killing some horde mobs, which honestly ain't going to be that big of a deal. And the next thing is possibly doing something a little bit different. If I want knowledge essence, I can focus that with some vault diamonds. I can reroll it if I want, which honestly I probably will because I don't like what it's giving. Do I have a bell? I could do that right now. Select another one. I have a bell. Oh yes. Oh yes. Let's select that quest and easily do a submission, get 2 gold, 5 netherite, 6 vault diamonds, 21 vault silver, and my favorite fundamental focus plus a little bit of XP. Exit, right click that, and completed. Let's claim that reward immediately. That is great. Oh, I always clicked the wrong button. And we got extra gold in there. Might as well leave that there. We are having some lag issues because of this. You probably won't be able to tell because of the rendering in the FPS that it gives, but I do get some performance issues. I don't know if you've noticed in the last couple episodes when I've accessed it, but we're going to have to switch over to the refined storage. Hence why I think I've unlocked it already. Oh no, I haven't. But I do have 2 knowledge points that I'm going to spend later on. Not sure if I'm going to do refined storage right away, but once we start getting quite a few things in this storage system we currently have, I'm going to have to switch over just because of the issues that arise. And I didn't realize we're a part of that mod until pretty recently. So just an FYI for the future of what's going on. We also got the netherite ingots and the fundamental focus. Put that right there. Now we could reroll the implicits if we want to change possibly the damage outcome of something. And now I can kill tank mobs to get a couple different items over here. And I really do want the emeralds because I would really like to get some enchantments on my gear, mainly my weapons. I might get rid of weapons very quickly, but I don't know. I think I want to do something that's going to get, like, at least give them unbreaking, maybe even looting on my sword. So let's just knock it out. It is 5 tank mobs, so I think we can do that in one vault. Maybe even unlock it in this vault. And also, if you haven't noticed, I have a new getup. I have a new shield, new sword, new pants, and that's it. Everything else is the same. The boots and the chests and the helmet, they're all the same. I just went through the gear that I had last episode, and I just thought I'd put it together right now. So there it is. Some new gear besides that sword that that's not part of the last thing, but it's from the sword that I just recently got from that black market. But I think it's time we ran this vault. Before we run, eat some food. Now we walk in. Oh, you can see the objectives on top. This looks cool. Wow, I need to discover 2 Omega rooms. 24 wooden, silently loot 10 gilded, loot living, loot gilded, flawlessly loot gilded. Rapidly discover 3 rooms in 15 seconds. I feel like I might be able to do all of the 10, all of the top ones. I think I could do the primitively killed dwellers, maybe the 2 Omega rooms, but I feel like that's going to be so difficult. Maybe we'll just go for that top row, but we'll see. So I'll have this one selected for now. If you didn't know, to maneuver through these, you just use a scroll wheel. You can toggle which one is selected. So if you change it, let's say this one, it'll change what is displayed on the top as well. So I just kind of figured it out. But let's run this thing. I'm so stoked for this. This vault was very fun. I felt like I was overwhelmed with knowing that I obviously couldn't do over half of the tasks. Despite that, I tried starting with the top row. I found a few living chests to get started. What's around? Oh, there's living. I need to lose 17 living. Felt a bit confident and felt even more confident in my skill choice of haste. That haste is so nice. I'm so glad I got the haste. The wooden chest didn't stand a chance. They easily broke with the quickness. Lord knows I was spending way too much time sitting there mining those chests in previous vaults. But luckily, I was finding a decent amount of gilded chests. And with a flawless task, I was fighting to not get hit. And let me tell you, it was not easy. Oh no, without getting attacked. Without getting hit. No, that's reset already. This vault objective is going to need some getting used to, like that. Outside of feeling useless, I completed my bounty of killing horde mobs. No. I mean, at the very least, I'll get the reward from that. I again made progress towards the flawless gilded looting. Alright, flawlessly. Try not to get hit anymore. And quickly got hit. Like, come on. I don't even want to risk it doing a water bucket. No way. I was able to find enough gilded chests to complete that task of looting 11. But I was already about 12 minutes left in the vault and I had only completed 1 task. Well, I mainly just wanted loot, but was really hoping for some success in the completion. And after many, and I mean many mobs I killed and many wooden chests abused, I came to the realization that I have to leave the vault. I hadn't found much success in doing the tasks and I barely got loot because of how much focus I put into the tasks. I found my way out and realized how intense and nerve-wracking this vault really can be, at least the subjective. Especially when it comes to not trying to get hit, find what I needed, or just be fast enough to be able to do certain tasks. Just remember, I also took points out of speed earlier. Ooh, 8k XP. 8k XP. Not too bad, not too bad. Ooh, I leveled off of that. Nonetheless, I survived the vault. I did make it out of there. It was a little iffy. I think I may have completed both of the bounties that I had in there, so not too bad. I came out successful in some type of way, but we're going to have to revisit that maybe at level 50, whenever we're a little bit more prepared for it. Let me tell you, I did enjoy it. It made me very antsy on like getting stuff done, which also means I didn't get that much loot. So one thing I did get though was an epic unidentified vault axe. Regardless of what was going on, I did manage to get quite a bit of loot. I say it wasn't that much, but I mean, look at it. Look at it. It's a decent amount. I came out with positive gold, coins, extra focuses, ton of random stuff. I need to clear this out because I don't think these drop anymore. I got some bottles of enchanting. I got resources, right? I got some. Didn't get exactly what I wanted. I did get an Escalium ore, which is a player ore, so I'm pretty stoked about that. And then I got a ton of random items, which is nice. I got 2 mod boxes. Maybe I can get some stuff for mods. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll figure something out like that. It won't be too bad though. But now time for the fun of sorting through everything. And with all our bags finally empty, all that's left is getting the bounty crates. Oh, I say crates. It's only 1 crate. I only got 2 tank mobs. I thought I got 3. Oh well. I did complete this one though. So added benefit. Oh, that's pretty nice. Not too bad. Got a piece of vault gear as well. I said that as if I didn't already know what I was gonna get. This guy. Oh, and we are running out of space for the jewels already. All right, let's identify this gear. Oh my goodness. I need to roll stun hit chance on this one. Ooh. Ooh. That attack speed is not the best. Stun chance is pretty high. A little bit lower. Should I try to go a little bit more? No, come on, one more. No. Oh well. I'm gonna use up all of those every time. You know what? I'm gonna leave that in there because I do want to try that again later on. And I am gonna pass on that chest piece. And now we are officially cleaned out on this. Let's put this backpack back on us. Which one is this one? I need to name these. Ore bag will go there. We are all sorted and pushed away. Now let's see what we can do here. 7 black opal ore. Black opal ore would be good, and having that extra ornate affinity would be fantastic. Ooh. Might take us a bit to do this, but if we do an ore run, might not be half bad. The black chromatic steel ingots is honestly very, very nice. So I'm gonna just activate it for now. Altogether, we got to see what our gear does, the new gear that we got, which was pretty nice, not too bad. We definitely need some upgrades, but one thing that did shine pretty brightly was a build. The skills that I chose, I was doing so much damage. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty surprised by that. I didn't think I was gonna be doing as much damage as I was, especially with this weapon that I have that like being less damage than the one prior. So if I had that 15 damage on that axe, it would have been slower, but maybe I would have done better just because of immediate damage right away. And then I do have increased attack speed as I kill mobs. So that could have been great. I also didn't use battle cry as much as I'd wanted to. So I didn't get to see the full extent of that with the mana regen or attack speed. So a little missing on that front, but otherwise very good vault. And altogether, this was a pretty content-filled update, and I'm excited to keep playing more. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you click the like button, click subscribe if you want to see more. I'm Ruin. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'm honestly so excited to run more of those, and plus I'm so stoked about this crystal workbench. Wanted to do this for a minute, and speaking of all that, I completely forgot that I can complete these quests. Yeah, I'm unlocking so much quests now. I don't know what it's giving me, but I've completed all these quests and now I have so many more I can do. Oh lordy, my base is getting full.